Welcome in. Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you to all of you who have supported this channel. I really appreciate it. Remember, not everything is going to resonate, so take what does and leave the rest. Take what helps you to help yourself and leave the rest. I'm looking at a oracle deck here and 2 tarot decks. So they've been shuffled, and what I'll do is I'll just pull from the top here and we'll get to your message. Here we go, Aries. And I did hear before I hit record something about a haircut. Treasure Island. Okay, that's a good way to start. This is slow in coming in, but it's here now. It took a long time, and there is treasure here for you. Love, abundance, both. King of Swords, maybe with a King of Swords. Okay, this would be somebody who's very intellectual. They can be a lawyer in a legal field. This is somebody who's very confident, very wise, well-spoken. I also feel like for you, they're also like big into nature and challenging themselves to do certain hikes, something like that. 7 of Cups is out here now. They have a lot of options, or you feel like they have a lot of options. Options regarding their career, regarding, people wanting them here, there, or the other romantically, and also just as friends. Yeah, a lot of people wanting a piece of them and a lot of attention towards them. Exchanging gifts, but I feel like they come towards you with the gift. This is your treasure, the wheel. This is your time. This is your time. This is what's fated. You've waited a long time for this. You've stayed very calm. You've stayed in faith. And here it comes. You've worked on your shadow side. And here it comes. What's fated for you? Good fortune right now. Good fortune right now. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Who's that? What's that all about? I'm going to grab another deck. King of Pentacles in the reverse has come out all day. That's not real great energy. What else on this King of Pentacles in the reverse? 2 of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so what you are used to in some of your romantic relationships is somebody who's appearing to be the one, or you may think that, but then they're very volatile. It's a very volatile person, and it's not for you. Okay, let's keep going. Soulmates. This is current energy, though. This is your treasure, is the soulmate. This King of Swords, Queen of Cups. I feel like in this particular read, you're asking for someone who's very strong intellectually, very outgoing, lover of nature and animals, but also can do the career easily, but very, like executive level, like high level. It's easy for them. But they do well in that environment. They know how to do well in that environment. At the same time, you're asking for somebody who's going to help you become more well-rounded in a lot of different ways. This is what I hear. Help you to transform. Yeah, where they're maybe more strict in a career field, they can also be very nature-oriented and more Zen-like outside of the office, and that's where you two connect. But they can help you too in the area of something holistic that you're doing, or outside the box that you're doing. They can help you with growing that business because they're good in business. And this is somebody that you've been wanting. You want that combination of person. Also somebody who's very emotionally stable. Wow. Okay, let's keep pulling. We've got the 4 of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, I think you took a time out here from the dating scene and said to yourself, what am I really looking for? What am I not going to accept? What are the lists of things that are non-negotiable that I want in a person. And I feel like then you did the work. You sent it out to the universe. As far as this is what I have in mind, and I feel like that is your treasure that comes in. That's a soulmate. Comes in now. You got very clear on what that is that you want. Page of Cups in the reverse. If you received gifts before, it was from immature energy, okay? And so I don't think you fully appreciated that. It feels off. Community out here now. You and this soulmate will be very prominent in the community. Will be leaders in the community. Will have a say. Will have influence in the community. Good fortune for you both. Yeah, in particular you're wearing good fortune right now. Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. What's fated for you now in your love life? I do feel like this is turning into a love read, which is maybe a little bit unusual for Aries, but yeah, definitely liberating yourself from some toxic patterns with people and some toxic situations, relationships with people. Co-create. This is getting the divine back in your life. This is being heavily influenced by your spirit team to start something anew. And it moves quickly. And it's very well thought through because you've thought about all the angles here. It's an more enlightened approach to what you want, okay? And then pair that with your spiritual team, and the sky's the limit. And it moves quick. It moves quick because you are very clear on what it is you want to bring in. The Ace of Swords in the reverse, and it's no more lies. No more falsities, no more people wearing masks, none of that. None. No more pseudo-intellectual types. I feel like that's a phrase you actually use. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups. Excellent energy. Wishes granted. Throughout this whole read. Wishes granted. Why? This is part of the process that you've already been through, where you asked yourself the reasons why. What are your motivations? What do you really want to see in your life and why? And I feel like you went through this with a fine-tooth comb, which is why you want someone intellectual, because you're like this. You went through very detailed what you want to see happen in your life, how you want that to play out. And you can see that work is paying off. That clarity is paying off. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, there is abundance here. There is abundance here, and there's help too with the abundance. And that's something else you asked for. This whole read is about a higher perspective, a 360, surveying the terrain, and you got it down, and that's made a big difference for you. 3 of Cups, with regards to your social life, with regards to who you bring in, who do you consider a friend, who do you consider more than a friend? You know, you've been very discerning here. Let's go one more round. To the Sea, and Spirit says, good job, good on you. You are on the right path. Strength. It took a lot of strength to pull yourself out of some habits here, to have the strength to look at those habits and decide how to change things up. But you've done it. You're also, this King of Swords sees you as someone who's very sexy and very strong. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. You know exactly what you reject. You are clear on it. Unfinished symphony. I think what you're rejecting is any unfinished business. Let's wrap it up. Close out cycles that don't serve in order for new to be born. 4 of Wands. One of the best cards in the deck for celebration, and particularly with celebrating a person in your life. Soulmate. Could be an engagement. Beautiful. One more card. 7 of Pentacles. Because what? Because you invested in yourself, and you invested in your visions, and you invested in the way you wanted to see your life go. And you were clear on those images, and you were clear on that vision. And now the vision is becoming clearer to you in the 3D. Whoa. Wow. I love it. I love it. Final card. I keep saying final card because I don't want to close this out. This is great energy. Here we go. Final card. I'll pull a charm. Knight of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this energy happens quickly for you. You know, it's particularly like this King of Swords comes into your life fast, or once he does, then things move fast with that relationship. Yeah, good fortune. Great time in March here with the 4-leaf clover. I feel like that is a nod to good things happening in particular right now. Now, you don't have to be watching this in March, but those of you who are, yeah, that's kind of coinciding. And if not, then just good fortune all around. Yeah, and we see that with the Wheel of Fortune. Good fortune, good karma coming back on you. And mostly just the clarity here. You had just extraordinary clarity on what you wanted to see happen. The dog with the bone to me is loyalty to self. You know, feed yourself first. Put your mask on first. And that's new territory for you. And then help others, okay? But loyalty to yourself, loyalty to those visions you had in particular, oops, and seeing them come to fruition. Manifesting those in. Yeah, I see this all happening, yeah, quickly for you. That is a great message. I love this for you, Aries. I hope you like it too. Please do like, share, subscribe. I read all the comments. Please do comment. Let me know how this pertains to your story. And until next time, let's remember who we are, and let's remember our self-worth. Thanks for joining me.